Thanks for joining us here on the SCL Racing Network. I'm your host, Carlin Hicks, as we take a look back at the SCL Season 24 in review as the SCL prepares for our Silver Anniversary 25th season. Coming up soon, we're going to take a look back at all the action, our champions and major race winners in Season 24 in our three major championship series, the Winston Cup Series, the Camel GT Series, and the IndyCar Series. It was a great season of action with a good mix of veterans and new talent coming to the forefront. Some very big surprises, some breakout stars. And we're going to take a look back at all of that here coming up, starting with the SCL Winston Cup Series, the longest running of our major championship divisions, entered its 24th season of competition, and it was an exciting one. Your series champion was Hossack 24, winning his second Winston Cup championship in the past 3 seasons. An impressive performance on the season for Hossack as he was able to win 5 poles, 4 races, 5 podium finishes, 8 times in the top 5 for the season, outdistancing his Apex Motorsport teammate Baron von Stosch by 29 markers at the end of the season. Twindy, Stay Down Killens, and Cali Vitals rounding out the season's top 5. It was really a terrific season. Hossack began it by winning his second Daytona 500 at the Daytona Speed Weeks. Would follow it up with 3 more impressive wins at the Texas Motor Speedway. And really showed that he's a top driver, particularly in the stock cars. He's also won in Camel GT. We'll go back to that in a moment. But leading the way with the Apex Motorsports drivers, were able to take the team championship on the back of Hossack and Barron's 1-2 performance. Longtime veteran Twindy finished in 3rd. He had 2 race wins at Texas and Watkins Glen. A terrific season for him all around, and was into the championship chase all the way going into the final race of the season. A DNF in the Hall of Fame 400 at the end of the season ended his title hopes. Returning veteran Stay Down Killen joined Team Danamore. He wound up with 2 wins by the end of the season, including his first Brickyard 400 triumph at Indianapolis. And TOW's Cali Vitals also had a solid season. Altogether, great competition. We look forward to seeing more of it in Season 25, which will of course kick off with the SCL 25 Daytona 500. As I said, looking at the team points, Apex Motorsport was able to hang on over TOW Racing to capture the SCL 24 Winston Cup Series Team Championship in a very tightly contested battle. And now we'll take a look over at the SCL IndyCar Series in what was a very exciting season for the top open wheel sim racing series in America. And it was yours truly, the Elio Castroneves of the SCL IndyCar Series, finally capturing that championship. A monumental season for yours truly, Carlin Hicks. In my 11th season of competition in the league, managed to tie Kip's Haul and Ass and the all-time series record for wins with 18, and finally capture that first IndyCar Series championship, in the process leading JME Motorsports to their second consecutive SCL IndyCar Series team championship. Worth mentioning also that Kick-Ass Wookie, who was the IndyCar Rookie of the Year, he pulled off a unique feat this season. First driver ever to capture the Winston Cup, IndyCar Series, and Camel GT Series Rookie of the Year, all in the same season. So congratulations to him. But a look at the IndyCar final standings. It was consistency doing it. 2 wins at Willow Springs and Road America, but 8 podium finishes and 10 top 5s in 10 races, and Carlin Hicks winning with a comfortable margin over his teammate and the defending IndyCar Series champion Rita St. James, who rode a win at Texas and consistent performances of her own to a second place points finish. It was Team Danamore and the veteran former Indianapolis 500 winner D.W. McFreak picking up 2 2 wins on the season at Texas and Watkins Glen on his way to a third-place finish. DNF's really derailing his championship chase. Shane O'Cano from Renaissance Racing was a terrific run. He finished in 4th in the points, and the veteran Cat Guy was your 5th-place points runner out of TOW Racing. As I said, the team championship captured by JME Motorsports with a comfortable margin over Team Dana Moore and TOW to round it out. The SCL IndyCar Series also opening at Speed Weeks with the running of the US 400 on the International Speedway. We'll be looking forward to that. And that brings us over to the SCL's top sports car division, the American Sports Car Championship, the Camel GT Series. It was a 3-class competition in season 24 with the LMP2 GTEs and GT3s in competition, and your championship winners were Baron von Stosch in the LMP2s, Shane O'Cano in the GTEs, and O'Brien 79 in the GT3 class, with Apex Motorsports able to capture the Camel GT Series Team Championship in their inaugural season. Taking a look at the points tables in the LMP2 class, the 3-class system had a lot of guys running part-time schedules in various cars. Baron von Stosch able to run out in just a dominant season, ran and finished all 10 races, took 6 poles and 6 wins on the season. The former Le Mans champion capturing his first Camel GT Series title, with yours truly, Carlin Hicks, finishing in 2nd with a win at Willow Springs. Hossack, the defending Camel GTP champion, suffered early, missed a couple races in qualifying, was able to pick up 1 win on the season at Long Beach, and would finish 3rd in the championship overall. In the GTE class, which was for much of the season the most competitive, it was a breakout season for third-season driver Shane O'Cano of Renaissance Racing. Got his first wins on the season. It reads 4 wins there. That is actually correct, is 5 wins in 10 finishes. He was deadly consistent in the top 5 or top 3 almost every single race, and ran off to his first Camel GTE championship. Rita St. James of JME Motorsports came home a solid 2nd with a consistent season. The defending class champion from season 23, the Zebra, had 2 race wins and was in the championship much of the season. Wound up 3rd in points. Its PT had a couple race wins himself, some very impressive drives to finish 4th in what was a very solid run. Meanwhile, in the GT3 class, which will be phased out in season 25, it was JME Motorsports' O'Brien in his 4th SCL season, got his first points win on the season, ended up with 5 wins on the season, got his first win at the Brickyard Grand Prix, which was a huge event for him. He finished ahead of another veteran, OGR Cat Guy of TOW. Hossack, pulling double duty in the GT3s, managed 3 race wins and a 3rd-place points finish. It was Muttley from his own team, now shut down. Name is escaping me at the moment. Sorry, Muttley. That was running, finished up in 4th, and Tiernizzle rounding out the top 5. And as I said before, Apex Motorsport, in a fierce battle with JME much of the season, managed at the final round to come home with the SCL 24 Camel GT Team Championship and dethrone the reigning champions at JME. Some of our top race events of the season flashing across your screen there. Those are some of your major event winners. It was a watershed season, I should say, in the SCL. We encourage you to check out the website, the SCL Racing Network and PSN communities. Subscribe and like here on the YouTube channel for the best in console-based sim racing. I've been your host, Carlin Hicks. We thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon at SCL 25 Daytona Speed Weeks and in Season 25. You guys have a good night.